Welcome to African Art Beats Contemporary Art Gallery. African Art Beats was created in 2019 here in Washington, D.C. The gallery is located in Cleveland Park, and it's focused on artists from Africa and the diaspora. The artists are all contemporary, they're emerging and established, and I will let you at their beautiful work, full of energy, resourcefulness, imagination, dynamism, vibrancy. So, yeah. Here with the, what is it called, the herbalist. There you have Sadio from Senegal, one of Senegal's street art precursors. Sadio was very much inspired by Basquiat when he discovered his work. And we had an exhibit of his work last October, which was a huge success. Beautiful colors, lots of symbols, as you can see, for example, on this one. Lots of symbols, and each one has a meaning, of course. And he kind of records life as he sees it in the streets of Dakar and on its walls. So it's very much inspired by graffiti. Here we have Mene from Côte d'Ivoire, an artist inspired by rock art. He uses also kaolin and earth tones with very whimsical and happy creatures. He's a very positive guy and very much inspired by the innocence and the purity of the art that our ancestors would paint or draw on the, in the caves. So this is Mene, very poetic. We have then Gérard Gabayan from Senegal. Gérard has been concerned about nature and the environment for more than 20 years. So all his paintings that are abstract, beautiful compositions, very balanced, beautiful colors. Here, this one is made on burlap with collage, paper, pastel, acrylic, charcoal. It's written in Wolof, and these animals that he drew that are mythical wonder where nature has gone. Why do we cut trees? And tell us, careful, think of our children and think of our future. Suleiman Konate from Côte d'Ivoire, very much inspired by inside beauty, inequalities, values, and not by, appearances. So all his work talk about that, very, very bright colors and strange characters that we might not find beautiful when we first see them, but which are full of love and, for each other's and for humankind in general. Camille Tete-Azampo from Togo, he works with, so this is very hard work, very intensive. He works with metal, with antique enamel basins, or with metal boxes. And his work talk about globalization and also the destroying barriers between people and building a better world. So this work that he does, which is really hard, because he cuts the metal, he assembles the pieces, he sews them together, everything by hand. Talks about, gender also, although you cannot really see it here, but these basins that were collected by women in Africa, they talk about the lives of these women, their hopes, their, what they went through, their experiences. So it's also a celebration of women. Here we have, this is Renwright Dawson III. He's an artist from Haiti. He was born in Port-au-Prince, and he lives in Boulder, Colorado right now. As a child, he loved to, in the streets of Port-au-Prince, to pick up what he would find in the street and make, kind of artworks with them, and that's what he does here too. He uses his jeans, his clothing, glass beads, paper, cardboard, whatever, to create his characters. And here we have Miles Davis playing, his saxophone. Jean Sévonou, we're back in Africa, so we go on from one side of the Atlantic to the other. This is Jean Sévonou from Togo again. And Jean Sévonou always paint either people, so portraits, or fish. So the fish, like here, that's the spirit of the sea, Mami Wata, that many people worship on the west coast of Africa. And Mami Wata is here, has come, on Earth, and is playing the piano. So his fish always very happy characters, but the portraits are always of very nostalgic people. Very strange, I don't have a portrait here, but it's always people looking at you with big, dark eyes, and a little bit like Modigliani portraits. And it's very interesting because, like most of these artists, they all are very resourceful and full of imagination. So here, he always uses, whether for portraits of fish, he always uses photographs that is washed for faces, and then to give texture, he applies mosquito net. So there is a mosquito net, and always these big eyes, a little bit like Ethiopian eyes, and a kind of cubist approach that makes the artwork very interesting. This is Sadio again, that we saw from Senegal. And here, our last artist here, so this is Marie-Henriette Gossikinde from Benin, and believe it or not, she's a nun, a sister, but she's also a contemporary artist. And her focus is on women and children. She's at the head of the gallery of her congregation in Cotonou, Benin. She gives art classes, she's in museums too. And usually she, paints on big pieces with all kinds of media. She uses fabric and paint and glue. These are small artworks. And she invented a technique, so she puts a lot of paint, or sometimes she uses, earth as well, or clay. And then she goes into the paint or into what she uses with some sharp instrument. So it's like a little bit like printing. You could put a piece of paper, some ink paper, and then print the drawing. So I think that was, these are all the artists that are here today, but you're welcome to come to the gallery in Cleveland Park to discover more of them.
I also have my own apparel for Y.F.M. Media. You can go check it out in the link description below. It's sponsored by Redbubble. You can go ahead and also, if you just go to Redbubble and type in Y.F.M, all the shirts will come up as well. So definitely, I look forward to everyone, all the subscribers, the supporters, and your contribution will go to building this channel to further better content to this channel. And I always appreciate all the donations that's received from the apparel and supporting this channel. All right, I really appreciate you, and remember to always keep creating.